Hi Cancer, Scottish Gypsy here to do your full comprehensive Oracle and Tarot spread. When I was pre-shuffling the cards today, the number 6, tap into your sacral power, came through. Now 6, I did think about that. It connects to the Lovers in Tarot. So perhaps you're inspired by a relationship here. It could be a muse in your life. But for me, that sacral energy is all about your sense of passion, your creativity. And by the way, sexual energy and creativity go hand in hand. So just saying. So regardless, the advice from that pre-shuffle was it's time to tap into your sacral energy. So we'll see what this is all going, how it's going to manifest in the reading today. Cancer, my name is Karen, a huge welcome. Now, there's been a bit of a gap between readings. I do apologize. I unfortunately stacked it running. I was training for a half marathon, and it was my last training run, literally my last run before the event. And 50 meters from home, I royally stacked it, face planted on concrete, and my hand went in a very bizarre direction. Luckily, no fractures, but some pretty solid ligament damage. So I'll be in this for 4 to 6 weeks. So thank you for being patient with me. Let's get on with the reading. Let's start with the Moonology. Now, this is the month of eclipses, and we just had the second eclipse of the month in Pisces. Now, that one had an interesting clash with Uranus. So it's even more powerful. It's already powerful, but with that particular clash, expect the unexpected is what I'd say. Now, eclipse energy can last for up to 6 months. So if anything just poof, eclipses out of your life, or if you suddenly just make a decision that, that's it, I don't want that person in my life anymore, or you just make some sort of really big life decision here, Cancer, definitely that can be linked to eclipses, because Uranus is all about liberation and freedom. Okay, so trust in any divine detours. That's certainly what I'd say. Bottom of the deck, ooh. Where is pride getting in your way, Cancer? That is the question to ask yourself. Because at the bottom of the deck, I've got don't let pride get in your way, full moon in Leo. So I don't know if there is a relationship or a situation in your life. There could be the clash of wills, the clash of egos, someone where pride is, literally getting in the way of maybe resolving something. Could even be connected to a Leo. Honestly, doesn't have to be. But either way, the advice is pretty clear. Don't let pride get in your way. Let's see. And sometimes that can be, we don't do something because we fear we'll fail at it, right? Like, for some reason, that's really coming through for me today. It's like, I don't want to do that because what if I suck at it and then everyone's laughing at me? Okay, that's pride getting in your way. So it can manifest in many different ways, but that really is coming through as a channeled message for someone. No risk, no reward, and so what? Failure is just part of the journey, and I definitely think there is some sort of push from the universe here for you to take some sort of risk and to get out of a comfort zone. Bottom of the deck, we've got a time to give rather than take, New Moon and Virgo. Isn't that interesting? Because we've just kicked over into Virgo season. Now, Virgo can really trigger us in a positive way around routines, our health, also getting really practical. So you might be feeling really inspired at the moment, and you might have decided to create some positive change or to do something new. There could have even been a new health goal that you've set yourself here. But they are saying, regardless, whatever it is that you've started, it's time to give to that. Okay, it's not about you getting back yet. It's about giving to it. That's the energy. I feel compelled to shuffle again. Let's see. Cancer, please show me. The card is your commitment is being tested. That's crazy. All 3 water signs got this today. So all 3 water signs have been told, how badly do you want it? So whether or not the universe is testing your commitment to something that you desire here, or something you've recently committed to, or someone, either the universe, a person, an organization, a goal or a dream is saying, how bad do you want it, Cancer? You need to commit to it. It's a time to give rather than take. Okay, let's see. Cancer. Now we have bring love into the situation, New Moon and Aquarius. Beautiful. So pouring your heart and soul into something is also a channeled message that's coming through specifically. So whatever this dream, goal, ambition, relationship, situation, they're saying it's time to commit, it's time to give, and it's time to bring love into it. Now we can bring love into our workplace, okay? So, putting our heart and soul into what we do. Apply it where it fits here. Now, Aquarian energy can very much be North Node activation. So there could be a big major life goal or dream that you're working towards. It is the Star card here. And it's another new moon energy. So bring love and commitment and give to something. Okay, you're getting very specific messages today, Cancer. Last card from this deck. And we've got a time for healing. Beautiful. So during eclipse season, what they're actually saying that you're going to be embarking on a healing journey connected to it. Now, some of you, this new commitment could be around a healing profession. For some of you, I'm picking that up as a channel message also. But this can be about your own personal healing journey as well. It's time for healing. Bottom of the deck, we've got the end of a rough cycle approaches. Beautiful. And it's next to a new start is coming. And then the time to give card that we saw before. So that's the good news, right, Cancer? The end of a rough cycle approaches, that it is a beautiful time for healing, and that you have a beautiful new start coming. So I like these cards for you today. One more oracle, and I'm going to show you some tarot. What do we have? This is my favorite card in this deck. It says, number 31, what is meant for you will find you. Do you know, this particular motto, whatever we want to call it, quote, I've used this through my entire life, probably more than any other one, to myself and to other people as advice. Because I've always, even since I was 9, I've had a very strong spiritual faith. And I've just, no matter what has gone wrong in my life, I've always just turned to God and my faith immediately. Like it's just always been, my source has always been it for me. And I've always been like, well, what is meant for me is truly meant for me, and it will be. And if it won't, I have to have faith. Like I've had that attitude through my entire life. And it's not always easy, right? Particularly when you really wanted something. And then this, when someone's giving you this, it's like, I don't want to hear it. But that is the truth of it. I mean, I truly believe that. That is my truth, I should say. I'm not going to push my beliefs on anyone else, but I do believe that what is truly meant for us will find us. Okay, let's shuffle the cards. All right, Cancer. Now, Cancer, don't forget to check your sun, your moon, and your rising. You might find that one particular week, one of those placements will resonate more. And interestingly, you might find that some weeks, there is like repeating cards in all 3 placements, and it can be such a profound moment of clarity when you see that happen. I always check all 3 of mine. It's cool. It says 27, let go of control. It's a pretty interesting reading. And it says your body is like a book. So your body is bearing the scars of something. Okay, so I'm hearing that for some of you, or something is showing up on your body. So there could be a situation where there's something that you're doing in your life that could be impacting your health and well-being. And your body will tell the story, okay? Isn't that interesting? Okay, I'm going to say, like one of my friends, Gemma, she's a Cancer. And Gemma, this would probably resonate with you, okay? So she has a healing practice and modality. And what is it called? What is your modality called, Gemma? It's just completely gone. Kinesiology. This is what happens when people get to my age. They just have, I call them brain farts. Don't laugh at me, but it's true. It's just like the most simple things just completely go from your brain. But I got it, Gemma. I got there. Now, she's been studying for quite some time, that modality. And that is it. It talks about our body holding on to our emotions. And when she does muscle testing and things like kinesiology, it will tell you kind of like it will connect you to what needs healed in our body. Gemma, this is showing up for you today, just so you know. You might need that confirmation, but there you go. But yeah, we do have, so I don't know where this applies, Gemini, but place it where it fits. But we are needing to, Cancers, you're needing to let go of control. Can I get one extra, please? Now, it can be the outcome of something, or it could be perhaps your own personal healing. Gemma, maybe you're doing some muscle testing on yourself, okay, to figure that out. We have got here, you're needing to trust yourself. So let go of control and trust yourself. So a beautiful message for all my Cancers out there today. It's time for healing. Let go of control and have faith in yourself. Trust yourself. Your body is like a book. Okay, let's get some tarot. Oh, Four of Swords. I mean, this is a card of bed rest ultimately. So I don't know if some of you have been unwell or there's been forced rest or forced bed rest for some of you. Regardless, I feel like the Four of Swords has allowed your imagination to take hold. So, for example, you know, say there has been a period of like recovery or healing, Four of Swords. During that recovery phase or healing period, it's brought out your inner magician. So it's been good for your soul. There's someone here where a period of rest and rejuvenation has brought them into their power again. Magician is when you are the magician of your life, that you are ready to create and manifest your dreams. So perhaps during that Four of Swords, there has been this new dream that you've connected with here. Something new that you want to do or create. Now, it did say tap into your sacral power here, which can be your sexual energy as well, your creative force. So I like this. Okay, let's get the first three. Cancer. What do we have? Queen of Swords. All right, so this is a person connecting with their wisdom and their intelligence. So it can talk about coming into conviction about something, clarity about something, being decisive about something, particularly with the Page of Swords. There's a curiosity of intellect or mind here. Definitely strong communication and decision-making energy. All right, let's see. Cancer, please. Please show me what else. Justice. Ooh, no, there's a story coming out because, you know, the Queen of Swords for me in the Minor Arcana is very much Lady Justice energy. So it feels, Cancer, that you or someone else is trying to figure out what is the right thing to do in a situation. What is the correct, just response or decision. Some of you could be negotiating settlements, contracts, legal situations, or situations that you're having to mediate or come to some sort of agreement on. Six of Swords, interesting. I mean, this is a good card. It does say that things are improving generally, Cancer. There is definitely this sense that you're moving into calmer waters. Can be a card of transition, coming through the worst of a situation, coming back into harmony and balance. Now, there could be, you know, Six of Swords can be leaving behind a person, place, or situation. So for some of you, the decision here might be around a move. It could be around travel. For some of you, it could be exiting a workplace or even a contract situation. Okay, let's get the middle row. Interesting reading. So Libra energy is the major arcana. So themes around justice, fairness, equity, balance. Let's get the middle row. Okay, ooh, interesting. So I have got Seven of Swords. Let's get the heartbeat before I say too much. Heartbeat of Cancer's reading. Eight of Pentacles. So Cancer is working very hard at the moment. They're very committed. And it's interesting, the other two water signs who had your commitment as being tested also had the Eight of Pentacles hard work energy. So it feels like the water signs are all hustling, working hard, committed to their goals, dreams, and ambitions. Let's see. Knight of Cups. This is really nice. Really nice. We've got the World at the bottom of the deck. Sorry, the Shine. Can you see that? Okay, let's talk about, you know, any reader will tell you, if you see this combination, there could be something happening in your life, and it only take what resonates, okay? So it won't be for everyone. When someone is holding the sword of justice, and it's connected to the Seven of Swords, there can be themes around, let's call it shenanigans, right? It can be betrayal, lies, or deception. And because it's justice, so it can either be you are giving someone the consequences of their wrongdoings or actions where they've been out of integrity, or you might be on the receiving end of that karma, because there is a karmic feeling here. So whether or not someone has done the wrong thing and now they're facing karma with you or you with them, you'll know. Regardless, you know, there is a person who is just being very honest, fair, and direct here. They are trying to connect with justice. What is the right thing to do in this situation? I mean, because what I'll say is, with the Knight of Cups, there is a person with really pure intentions here. So, you know, if someone has wronged you in any way, and there can be massive variations in this, because Seven of Swords can be an avoidance or a card of strategy. Regardless, there is this person, probably you because it's Cups, who has like a genuine sense of apology, remorse, love, because you are being told to bring love into the situation, which is the Knight of Cups. Let's get the last three, shall we? Okay. Now, for those of you that you're not negotiating a situation where there's been wrongdoing and you're either giving or receiving karma, the Seven of Swords with the Eight of Pentacles can also be, you know, you're being really strategic about your business, your money, your goals, okay? So there just could be strategic decisions or actions that you're taking here. We're back to the World again. Okay, let's get the last three, please, for Cancer. Two of Pentacles. Are some of you balancing two jobs, two professions, two careers? Just saying, because this is the Juggler. Let's get two more, please, for Cancer. Queen of Cups. This feels very much like you. So we've started with the Queen of Swords, where probably Cancer, for whatever reason, you've had to have a very honest, direct conversation with someone, but you're closing out with the Queen of Cups, so you're back in your heart. So I do see Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups as a situation where love is the healing energy. Can I get one more, please? Eight of Cups. Ooh, eclipse energy. Who else had that? One of the other water signs. I believe it was Pisces. Yeah, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Eight of Cups with an eclipse energy. It can be someone during an eclipse saying, I'm not happy here any longer. I'm moving in a new direction. It can be that. So place it where it fits. I do feel that, you know, love is the answer in a situation. So I'm not saying someone is walking away, but this can be an emotional withdrawal, an emotional disconnection, or it can be walking away. I feel like something hangs in the balance for a lot of Cancers at the moment. And there potentially is a way to resolve or heal a situation in your life. And it quite simply is through compassion and love. And maybe there is a person that's testing your commitment here. Or maybe your workplace is testing your commitment. But regardless, the strong theme is bring love into the situation. And I do feel there is the opportunity for balance, for resolution, and for harmony again. But you'll know how this resonates. And remember, these are general readings, Cancer. Sometimes it will be like I'm following you and you'll be creeped out. And then there are times where it doesn't resonate. They're not all meant to, okay? So interesting that the eclipse card does show up in your reading today. So in terms of emotions, there could be there could be some triggering here in a situation, but regardless, I'm going to say it again, bring love into the situation and things will be smooth sailing. All right, God bless, love and light.